One love to the humble. One love to the humble. One love to the humble. Got a good request from the good brother Trey Day. And his question is, why do black people continue to support the degenerate rappers? Excuse me. Why do black people continue to support these degenerate rappers? There is no positive rap on the main airways today. There is none. You can try to tell me well, you gotta look for it. You gotta go underground. Man, we're not talking about looking for it and going underground. We're talking about why is it not in the mainstream? Why is it not on the airways? Why is the positive thing is not what's getting pushed? That's not what's getting pushed. The young if influential minds are not going and searching out this type of music. They don't even know it exists. See, those of us who may be old enough to understand the difference and understand what hip hop truly is, then yeah, we might can go search it. But what about the young influential minds who cannot go and search it? How they supposed to know what true hip hop music is? How they supposed to know what true rap music is? How do they supposed to know that? But we keep supporting it, right? We keep supporting these people. We believe what they say. We take their word like they somebody special, like the Cardi B's, the Gucci Man back in the day, um, like all of these people that was putting out rap that was degenerate. They wasn't saying that positive because we love that. That's why we support it. Black people love destruction and chaos. We don't like positivity anymore. We used to like it, but now we've been conditioned to like the negativity and the things that's degenerate. You look around, everything that go on in our community that we talk about is degeneracy. That's what we talk about. We talk about how we gonna hurt the other black man. We talk about how we gonna shoot this man up, how we gonna do this to this person, how we gonna do this to this female, how we gonna do this to this person's mama, how we gonna do this to their brother, their whole family. That's all we talk about is destruction. And why we support destruction? Oh, it's just music. It's not just music. See, we love to say it's just music. Oh, it's just music. Please, man, it's just music. No, it's not. You think the things they doing is because of it's just music? Nah, they're being influenced because the people that they look up to is talking like they do that type of lifestyle, and they don't live that lifestyle. They don't live that lifestyle at all. Man, I remember I used to like Young Jeezy back in the day, right? I wasn't young teenager, but when Jeezy came out, I was young, but I wasn't no teenager. But what I'm saying is his music was about dope. And I was bumping it, man. I'm like, yo, I like this. It was influential. It made me want to live like Jesus. And then somebody gonna say, well, what it's all about your parents. No, it ain't. My dad, I was raised by my dad. I was raised by my dad and my dad alone. And my dad went down for none of this stuff. My dad was strict on me. And I still broke the rules, but he was strict. My dad didn't play no games. I'm for real. My dad put his hands on you. You act the fool, okay. He had this thing, he had this authority about him that he didn't have to even always put his hands on me. He just had this way of dealing with me that I knew he meant business, right? But imagine you don't have nobody like that. Even still, me fearing him, I still test the limits. But imagine when you don't have nobody to fear, and you hear this type of music. Mama in the house, the rent is due. The food ain't no food on the table. Ain't nothing like that going on. And she got a son. She can't control him. He bigger than her now. He hear that music. Trap or die. Get rich or die trying. You know what I'm saying? All that gangster. All the dope boy music. What do you think gonna happen? He gonna hit them streets. Cause his favorite idol say, this how I made it. This how I got here. You can do it too. Just do like me. And it's not just music, it's influential. Now, it might be some people out there that is just music too. But for the majority, it ain't just music. It's real life. They see that even though they might not be living it, but they might see somebody else living it that's getting it what they want. And they're gonna say, well, if look, he doing it, he doing it, he doing it, I'm gonna do it too. And then my favorite rapper has made it because he's doing it. It's turned the black community upside down. And then when they put in the music about, I remember when I was growing up, it was NWA saying F the police. Create a whole generation of people that said F the police. F the police. What do you think will happen to somebody that say F the police? They're gonna get pulled over and think they're getting done wrong. They're gonna feel entitled. Like, you can't do nothing to me. You can't pull me over. Because Ice Cube said that F the police. NWA said F the police. So why are you pulling me over? And you're gonna be as belligerent as you possibly can. And what's that gonna lead to? You going to jail. And then you're gonna say they being racist towards me because they did this to me. But in reality, you did it to yourself. But that's what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, man, they were racist, man. They locked me up, man. They did this to me, man. No, they didn't. They ain't do nothing to you. I'd have been about to put my business out there. I'd have been in some situations in my life. But you know what I've always done? I ain't never tried to get bucked with the police. It's been times, man, where I know I should have been done. And they knew it too. But you know what? I was respectful. I was nice. I was like, oh, and I got on through. And if they had known, well, I think they did know, but it was just a weird situation where they couldn't do it. And this was multiple times that I was in this situation. Multiple times. But see, I know how to play the game. I'm not gonna get myself in a situation when I know I'm dirty, when I know I ain't right, and then I'm gonna act the fool at the same time. Nah, I'm smarter than that. But see, a lot of us be influenced by these people that's telling us things to do. These rappers ain't living that life like you living. They're in a whole nother realm. They just making they just making lyrics. They're making it rhyme and sound good. And if they did come from it, they ain't doing it no more because you can't do that and be a rapper. Any rapper you see that's living that life, look what happened to them. They get killed or they go to prison. You can't live that lifestyle and rap about it. You ain't gonna survive. You can't rap about all the things you do and then think that you're gonna be okay. And black people love that kind of stuff because that's the life that's how we live. We live on the dangerous side. We live on the side, the wrong side of the law, and we cool with it. We promote it. We influence each other to keep doing it. That's why we love that type of music. That's why we love death music. That's why we love criminal music. That's why we love prison music. That's why we love dope music. Because why? That's how we live in. We relate to it. We love to be defiant. We love to be against the grain. We love to just cause chaos. We don't like to build nothing. We ain't trying to be positive. We want to just be against the grain and negative against everything. Because if we ain't negative, we don't feel right. If we ain't negative, we don't feel like we doing right. We just got to be the worst of the worst every chance we get. If that person white and it's a cop, oh man, we can't stand it. If that person is white and they rapping, oh man, they ain't true. We don't care. We don't care. We're gonna be against the grain. That's why we love that type of music. And it's gonna be a section of us that's gonna always support it, that's gonna always keep it rolling and always keep it alive. When are we gonna start speaking against negativity? When are we gonna start speaking against it? because it's taking our young people out today more than any time. More, it's taking young people out more today than any time ever before. It's always been there, but it ain't never been on this level. It's crazy. Stop supporting this rap music. That's degenerate. It's nothing wrong with being a good person. It's nothing wrong with listening to good rap. You don't gotta listen to that negativity, man. You can listen to some positive music. You're gonna be alright. You ain't soft because you listen to some positive rap, fun rap. It don't make you soft. But we've been conditioned to think that we gotta support this negativity and them talking crazy all the time. You know, it was a time when the negative rap was like the minority, and the positive fun rap was the majority. Now the tables have flipped. Now it's more about the negative rap is the majority, and the positive rap is the minority. Nobody want to hear that positive stuff. Everybody want to hear the negative. Who can how much you can hurt somebody, how much you can destroy somebody, and sleep with this girl, and all this crazy stuff that we do all the time. So I think the reason why black people continue to listen to this type of music is simply because we're messed up in the brain. Our mentality is screwed. Our culture is degenerate, and we don't know what else to do. We don't know how to live no other kind of way because we think that ain't being black if we live anything other than degeneracy and negativity. I challenge you to be a better person, to be a positive person, and look at life in a more reasonable way. You can let the other stuff go. Give them your black card. Let them take your black card. If you think that being negative all the time and doing all that crazy stuff all the time is what makes you black, there's something wrong with you. You think being rebellious against authority, you think just being stupid and crazy and wilding out is the way to go, then keep doing it. It ain't gonna get you nowhere but trouble. You want to be peaceful, build something, have a life that means something. Then stop the negativity and leave that negative rap alone. Them people don't care nothing about you. They're gonna give you what you want so that you can buy it. Why they put their kids in private schools and their kids are rich and their kids growing up in the best communities out in Beverly Hills or wherever they are, they're in the best communities. Why they sending your kids to prison and jail? You don't never hear about none of their kids going to prison or jail, do you? So why is this rapper that's talking about all this negative stuff? Why they kids ain't in prison? You better start waking up. Hey, look, man, y'all take care. Y'all take care.